previously on the Best Automatic, the video editor has got his own little 37 views in a month. He's responsible for doing the beginning of editing on our show, alright? So he had long hair, and he's very happy now he's cut his hair, alright? Then he's happy now he's cut it. But this is a disturbing news. We found somebody on YouTube what doesn't actually understand the movie. That brilliant movie we're all going about. Oh, he's up in his lorry and he's having his hair cut. She doesn't understand the movie. But let's get on with this show, alright? So we're on the part of the show we all know now. It's all getting all boring and all that stuff. But the thing is, we're still on that challenge. So here it is. Let's put the footage on, alright?
Well, I think it was unfair that you've used money and not telling me.
No, the thing is that we didn't have any point system because it costs money, alright? And we spent it on because we all got the proper vehicle, alright?
Yeah, but that's not fair.
No, don't want to hear about you. Right, let's listen to some interesting facts.
Yeah, because she spoke through it from my Vanishing Point special.
Well, let's speak on this bit.
No, this bit's important because we're all stuck.
Yeah, you lost, Tom. You started swearing on that bit because you're under them poo pipes.
Yeah, well,
just let the insurance investigator get her out of her system, because we're all being naughty disrespecting the police by calling them funny names.
What, calling them police?
Following on from the last episode, we're now starting with C words. So, candy cars slang in the UK due to the lively shade of being yellow and blue, same with yellow and green ambulance and fire service trucks being red and yellow, plus yellow and black for motorway vehicles, so you'll never think the same of wham bars, nerds, fruit salads, blackjacks, lemon sherbets the same way again. If you don't know what these are retro sweets, which is where the candy car term comes from. Now the other one is cherry toppers, not poppers but toppers, or cherry tops or cherries for police cars that have red lights in many nations or US states. Number one beginning with C is CHIMS, a UK slang for community support officers, an acronym for being completely useless in most policing situations, but a lot of the time they're used for first contact in non-emergencies like theft. Like me when I had one of my vehicles stolen once, I got one of these and they couldn't really do much. And then there's a chin, meaning dog in Quebec, a very derogatory term. Chips, a Californian highway patrol officer. A troublage, Czech for hairy. Chota, Hispanic American slang. City kitty, slang for police officers. Clear, a term used by police, FBI and SWAT teams that have swept an area and no criminal activity is taking place. Kong sounds familiar, it should do, it means beat up. It's used in Les Miserables by Victor Hugo in 1862 on page 1261. Chop shop, US, UK and Australian use this term for police station, and name to a very long running Australian TV series. Cop, copper or copper, again copper, the original unshortened word for someone who captures. The term copper is recorded in the Oxford Dictionary in 1704, derived from the old caper in French. The why is unknown, some think copper buttons on the policeman's uniform, or abbreviation for constable on patrol or constabulary of police or chief of police. This one's quite interesting. Cosmonaut or cosmonavt, a Russian police equivalent what's equipped with riot gear. That's literally a cosmonaut, and that's not slang, surprisingly, because of all the equipment they have to wear. And the next one is crusher, which is UK Victorian era term for police, as they wore beetle crushers in reference to their heavy boots they wore in that era. And constable, a derogatory UK term for accoutrement, or a linguistic blend of constable and, well, you can guess, a CUNT or see you next Tuesday, another polite way to say this. Now on to the D's. Dibble, a fictional police officer in the well-known 1961 and 1962, the 30 episodes of the ABC network cartoon Top Cat, but British adapted it for slang term for police. Another very well-known one is Dicks, slang for detectives, originated in Canada but brought south by rum-rummers during the Prohibition in America. Later this was used for a famous comic strip, Dick Tracy. In Australia they call female police officers Dickless Tracies. And then there's divvy vans, slang for police van as it was divisional van, to be confined in Victoria and Western Australia. Dogs as a Polish slang for police, like UK pigs. And donut patrol, an unhealthy police officers in the United States. Famous image in movies, but comes from night shift officers stopping at donut shops for coffee, as these used to be the only catering establishments that were open all night for their caffeine fix. A time before energy drinks, 24-hour drive-through and supermarkets. Then we're going on to F. This is quite interesting. Shogabot, an old Hungarian meaning woodcoat, from the brown vinyl jackets part of the police uniform in the socialist era. Feds, very easy from movies, are United States federal law enforcement agencies like Federal Bureau of Investigation or Marshal Services, but also used in Australia for their federal police, and London's slang for Metropolitan Police, and Ferry Clause Federales, Spanish for the Mexican Federal Police. Theo, taken from the Spanish word ugly, a slang term used mostly by Puerto Rican and Dominican communities in Philadelphia and New York. Filth, UK and other Commonwealth countries like New Zealand and Australia, inspired by Irving Welsh's novel Filth, a sequel crime book published in 2008 and then adapted into a movie in 2013. Hawaii 5, a TV series set in Hawaii.
Alright. So we're getting back to the main feature. You can hear a lot of that twaddle later on, maybe, hopefully.
It's not twaddle.
Alright, we're waiting for the vanishing point now, and I'm introducing my version, and you're gonna like my mower, alright? So here's the video. So the first thing I had to do is put on this lovely motor. As you know, we're going to go for white, obviously, and thank you Rockstar for bringing this motor out.
Yeah, and you're spending our budget.
Yeah, obviously I'm spending the budget, right? So this is a bit I'm going to tell you about. Right, simple. Yeah, we're going round the lake, and I'm going to do it different.
What do you mean, Diff? What's this bit?
Well, it's like a bonus bit, alright? I mean, this geezer offered to help us, right? Our he's got to challenge the game.
Why is he challenging the game?
Well, it's like special features on the DVD. You get bonuses if you buy the DVD.
We ain't selling any DVDs.
Well, might do in the future. But anyhow, I thought it'd be nice for YouTube and how everybody else can watch this stuff for free.
What do you mean for free?
Look, we've got this guy, he's in that black Charger from the other Vanishing Point. 97 it came out, right? And you got John Boy Walter the Summer, you know, John Boy, you know, in that program when they used to say good night. Or it can be imitating the Quentin Tarantino film that was dead something in it. Oh man, what are you doing, bruv? You're messing this up. Hey, that's right, you are. And I'm not. What? Yeah, you know, Quentin Tarantino did that, you know, Dead Proof. That's it. What? Oh, I couldn't help it.
You're not good at this.
Well, look at the gimp, right? The gimp's doing marvellously, isn't he? He's actually beating the underpants out of this young whippersnapper. What? Right, I'm going a little bit more modern, racing you in the black. I think you've got the wrong idea. I think you were driving the Vin Diesel one.
What Vin Diesel one? It's not a diesel, it's a petrol engine vehicle.
No, you dimwit, the Fast and Furious. Right, so this is the part I'm going to... What's that down there? Oh, sorry. Right.
Just get on with it.
I am. This is my bit. I'm talking, alright? So now we're featurely getting to the feature of how fast this motor is. Because it's a lovely motor. Like at the game. There he is. Going to do the speed challenge. And read it and weep, everybody, alright? You know, because this motor is the bee's knees, alright?
What do you mean the bee's knees? I mean, my car is modern and it'll beat that old thing.
Alright.
I mean, look at it. I mean, it's all over the place. Look, it's doing the impression of a motorbike there. Even the gimp don't like it. Look, and he's skidded out of control there.
No, he didn't. That's skill driving. That he's driving like that guy what was on drugs and daydreaming when he was driving. Barry Newman or something. No, that was Chowowski. No, I watched in the film Vanishing Point. His name's different. Yes, but the fact is, he's an actor and he's playing a character called Chowowski, and he's like a policeman, ex-motorbike cyclist and racing car driver and all that lot. You mean you're trying to impress in the film? Don't mind that, it's nearly there, it's done it now. Read it and wait, lads. What's out? Look at this. Oh, blimey. You know, you're making a mess of this. Oh no, I'm not. Alright, look at the time what the gimp did. Alright, did a brilliant job. Alright, so we're on to the part we need to know.
Benefactor Glendale, 1 minute and 17. De Classe Viegro, 1 minute and 18. Bravado Gauntlet, 1 minute and 12. And today's Bravado Gauntlet Classic, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
So it's on the feature what we're waiting for, alright? What the hell's that over there? What in the mind? The feature! Right, we're at the location for the new Vanishing Point Challenge with matching all the police cars up and all that lot. So here I am. I've got some serious hardware to rob for the plastic bag. Alright, so I'm on my way.
What the hell are you using? What you doing with? What are you doing wasting bullets like that? They're expensive.
Look, I'm trying to rob for the plastic bag, alright? So I've got in my vehicle. I didn't even do my voice and all that lot. You were interrupted.
No, it's not.
I wanted to do it really gangster style.
Wait, what are you doing now? You're going the wrong way.
I'm not going the wrong way. I said I'm going a different.
What are you spending that? What's that about? Thing dropping down.
Well, it cost a lot of money.
Is that why I didn't have one for my version?
Well, yeah. I'll take the budget out there.
That's unfair. You're just taking the mick.
Look, fellas. You're meant to be doing Vanishing Point and making it all nice and educational about this classic movie, and you're ruining it.
Yeah, but he's spending the budget on fancy little things like that. I didn't have that on my video.
I'll stop being a bloody crybaby, alright? So you're ruining it, alright? Look, fellas, you're destroying American classic movie for us all. I mean, why don't you try out some serious facts about the damn gone movie, or at least about the damn gone motor?
Right, whilst you presenters are all arguing.
Don't give me,
Well, you're not doing the show, so I might as well. So I'm going to do some facts about what you're supposed to be doing. So from the original movie, all the Dodge Challengers were sold at a 1971 salvage auction at Los Angeles for scrap. That's right, all 4 Challengers for scrap. Obviously in a time before iconic movie cars were saved and restored. However, the second Vanishing Point movie, done in 1966, most of the cars used still survive today, except one. What used to actually destroy a Dodge Challenger when it went into the bulldozer at the end. But the original movie didn't destroy a Challenger, they used a cheaper car. Surprising, as the TV movie's budget was lower than the original cinema version. If you want to see original Heroes Dodge Challenger from the B movie, please go to CUDA at Floyd Garrett's Muscle Car Museum at Shelbyville, Tennessee, that Ted lovingly restored to be the best condition Dodge Challenger today. But don't be disappointed to see the Dodge perfectly pearly white, as the dirt look wasn't done by desert dirt but ground up copper, grounded up and set in place with liberal amounts of hairspray. But don't try this look at home, as it were close to impossible to scrub off and keep the original paintwork on underneath. At Floyd Garrett's Muscle Car Museum you can see 90 muscle cars, modern ones and classic ones. Here classic cars however are key for the classic petrolhead, with its amazing different era 50s decor, gift shop and sitting area plus displays. You will find this place on Route 66, the actually iconic Route 66. If you find it after McDonald's, Dolly Parton's and Walgreens, you pass the West Prong Little Pigeon River, but if you pass Douglas Dam Road you have gone too far. It's open 7 days a week, 9 AM to 5 PM. Underage are for free, so good for petrolhead families. 8 to 12-year-olds is only $5 and adults only $11, which is a bargain considering this 90 cars museum is worth over 8 million. So get down Route 66 to see this. It's the only place to see the iconic Vanishing Point movie car.
What, you promoted where you live?
Have you all stopped bickering now? Get some facts in!
No, the money!
Well, you're right,
You presenters need to decide and budget and structure this show before it comes on air. This is just ridiculous.
Well, our mummy sorts that out for us.
Your mothers aren't part of the show, they're not hired by Best Automatic, you are, so are you outsourcing your own job?
What do you mean by that? I don't know.
Your mothers are not under contract, they're not under the work contract, so that's a sackable offence, again.
What do you mean a sackable offence? Because my mum helps me out.
Yeah, because you're a grown adult.
Shut up, your mum helps you.
Yeah,
well, she does.
No.
Alright. Oh, because our mum sorts it out for us.
None of your parents or anyone else is meant to be doing this.
It's a classic movie.
Well, I've said more facts than you. I'm not even the presenter. Do I need to have a word with the presenters again? This is ridiculous. Well, you're meant to be on about the Vanishing Point car.
Should have let her talk all that fancy stuff about us not insulting the police with nasty names.
We did insult the police with nasty names.
Well, yeah, because you're
call them a smoke.
Because you're editing it.
Texas bubblegum machine.
So imitate smoking and the
Aye, your editing's that bad you didn't even let me finish the F's under that.
Your F words? You can't be saying F words.
Well, I'm hearing you say the F word, didn't it?
At least I didn't say the C word.
I don't say the C word at all.
Well, I say them words, but obviously it's just swear words or crude words you're not allowed to use.
We're not allowed to swear, my mum.
Well, I'm not. Just because I say F word.
My mum does a clip round here, and my big brother and all that. Like your mum don't do bugger off and put you in a naughty corner.
Oh, please, you.
It's bad enough going in the naughty corner.
Will you guys just get an old-fashioned dictionary book or get an app so you can start learning.
Read? I'm not reading. That's what
Well, you need to expand your vocabulary and understand that not all C words, F words and S words are all swear words. It's abbreviation for what the letter that it's beginning with. And there's loads of words under that. You need to get a dictionary, at least learn your alphabet.
She's trying to teach us to read, isn't she?
You should be able to read by now. Otherwise, this is why you haven't been able to read your contract.
Well, wait on, she might be getting all the juices and having to go at us again.
Well, I think I have to because I've no choice because of the insurance. I'm meant to be dealing with that, and I'm trying to get you to all rein in and do your jobs, and I'm not even getting round to interviewing the GIMP because of it, because the producers have set me to sort of like improve you all. And this is just ridiculous. This really shouldn't be in my job description, so why should I do this if you're not doing your actual jobs and outsourcing it to your own mothers?
What do you think you're a bit miss now it all and all that, look? Or what?
I'm not Miss Know-It-All. Because I don't hardly know anything about cars.
You ruined my bet.
No, if you didn't, I wouldn't have come along in the first place if you hadn't been causing so many accidents and causing so many claims. So if you were driving...
here for the murders, that's all, like a detective and all that.
Yeah, because of the amount of claims. Because of the amount of claims. Why do you think I'm here?
Claims?
Yes.
We don't deal with that. Our mum said that.
Oh.
Fellas, just be bloody quiet! I was looking forward to watching this one with a classic car on Vanishing Point, and you're ruining it! Even my fellow cousin, American fella here! That's right! You're just ruining this! I mean, just let her just explain her stuff, what she's gonna explain to us now! Instead of all gathering and shouting and all that lot!
Thank you.
You won't get in there, knickers, or what?
Stop being rude. And listen, a definition of a contract of employment is a written agreement between an employer and employee. It forms the basis of the employment relationship, so you shouldn't have signed like any legally binding document if you don't know or understand its contents. So this clearly has created uncertainty with Better Automatic and yourselves. Now your lack of understanding is now brought to light. Management will have to sort this mess out. It could result in making your employment null and void, so you'll all don't have legal cover, making my job paperwork very complicated. So think new contracts of employment will have to be drafted again. Oi, and read and explain to you with time to see independent legal advice before signing. So you will all be temporary presenters again. Is there anything else you should let Better Automatic and the insurance company know before going forward?
What? Know about what? That I bring sandwiches to work?
No, she's not on about that, you idiot.
I don't know what you're babbling on about. Half of it just goes out one ear, out the other.
Oh, that's the problem.
Look, bruv, one doesn't go out the other ear because Mum keeps clipping it. Do you remember? Well, no. Yeah, well, that's my excuse. I've got learning difficulties because my mum keeps clipping me around the ear hole. So, I don't know what the hell you're on about and babbling on about.
Then you shouldn't sign anything if you're an adult doesn't understand.
My mum signed it.
We've mentioned lack of understanding, but in a different context on this show before. Obviously, you need to speak to management and the HR department about this, and should have brought this to light a lot sooner. And you can't blame your mum on clipping your aunt ear for causing learning difficulties. That's not the cause, unless she's hit you hard enough that it's classed as a brain injury.
Yeah, she's done that, or really hard, and it made it all red and sore.
That's on the outside, sir. That's superficial. It's what happens on the inside with the brain.
What? But it bloody bleeding hurts, or what?
Then you need to resolve this in your own time.
Well, my mum sorts it all out.
Your mum can't sort this out. Your mums aren't allowed. They haven't signed the contract. The contract is with you, unless your mums. Which we employ your mothers.
You've finally done it now.
Yes, thank you.
Exactly.
Right,
I'd like to point out this has got the highest number so far.
Yeah, we've been with fellas on the artist. Alright, back on the show, everyone, alright? So we're going back to our usual one, alright? I bet she's gonna pipe up and start talking about what we can't call coppers. So here it is, the video.
It's not where you can call and can call police officers. I'm just going through the alphabetical order of slang, like I discussed in previous video. However, just want to thank the Irish fellow and the American for getting the show in order after that chaos, and thank you viewers for still watching at this point. Now back to Fiver Hawaii, where I was interrupted by bad editing and manners, so hoping I get to finish the F words despite the show schedule to get to do C to I today. Right, where was I? Yes, Fiver Hawaii. Fiver Hawaii, a TV series set in Hawaii from 1968 to 1980. At the end of its run, it was the longest running police drama in US television history at the time. And it was also very popular UK viewers too. The next word is fizzle, a pejorative name for Swiss, for Czech police officers. Sorry about that, I meant Czech, not Swiss. Flatfoot term is likely due to the amount of walking police officers did. But they're not absolutely certain on the origin. They think possibly it's the origin is that the army rejection of men with having flat feet went into law enforcement as a backup career, but by 1912 we know flat-footed was an insult among US baseball players. Flick, French for cop. Figging big idiots, slang abbreviation for Federal Bureau of Investigation, but very derogatory if you can't tell. Also, one of my favourites is Fuzz, as I like the Hot Fuzz 2007 movie, but Fuzz is slang for police force. And I finally managed to fit all the F's in, so hopefully I'll start from G next time. Right fellas, do you actually want to add some facts to this show?
We don't want to talk about your G-spot. You ruined my Vanishing Point video, alright?
Stop being rude again.
I'm not being rude, but you ruined it. That's what you did, alright?
I didn't ruin it.
Oh, now she's talking all nice and calm there.
Yeah, that's right.
Because your voices are lower, so mine has to be. Because before I was trying to talk over you so that the viewers are actually getting some facts, rather than hearing you all bickering. This is the best automatic show, not the bickering worst presenter show.
I don't bicker, but you came along and you've ruined it.
Yeah,
don't you start
Stallone.
piping up, alright? Yeah, but nobody don't understand him speaking Italian,
Well, I
alright?
understand him. It makes more sense than your statement most of the time.
The winter why you must come one, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. I don't like the policemen, because they stop me having something to eat.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it was a cheeseburger, wasn't it?
Yeah, cheeseburger. Yeah, those Rambos. You know Rambos?
I do, but not personally.
What do you mean not personally? I do.
Yes, but I don't.
Just shut up, alright? The thing is, you're talking nice to the other geezer who might be protecting me.
Because he's not shouting at me like you are.
What do you mean I'm shouting? Come along, this is my Vanishing Point special, right? And then you just come out
Exactly,
with all
and
this silly
your
fashion.
Vanishing Point special, and you've done none of the presenting for it.
And now she's not ignoring me and all that.
I'm not ignoring. I'm actually trying to answer you, but you just won't shut up.
I like that Irish fella. You tried to break the rules there, didn't you? Knew he went driving on tarmac.
See, that's more like it. You should be talking about the show now.
Yeah,
carry on.
it should be. Yeah, so about you coming about us fuzzbuzzers and all that. I remember them reading backs and all that lot.
No, she's on about the film.
What? There's a film with fuzzbuzzers in it.
No, idiot. What started this in the first... Oh yeah, I know what started this. You spending the money. That's what you want to be getting at. He ruined my video, my Vanishing Point video, by putting fancy special effects on. I'm wasting loads of...
I've got to admit,
bullets.
that was pretty bad that they cut your graphic budgets just so you can have a fancy one. But this is the things you need to start discussing before doing the show. You should all equally have a graphics budget. You should equally have the same amount of money set that you're allowed to spend. Because like you're saving Captain Gorgeous, but yet you'll have your co-presenter what's spending probably what should have been your budget and his own. So these are the kind of things that should be set before even doing this show. This is what's creating the chaos. I mean, now you should all be talking about going around this island and going on about how you got round the pipes, but instead you're bickering about things that you should be having meetings over before the show.
Well, quite simple. I will get round the pipes even I haven't got there yet.
Yeah, for somebody what started off at the beginning with us lot, as it still miles behind us. No, what we did, we got sick and tired of it and we just drove round them.
Yes, well, I did it proper. I actually went up to the pipes. You just went dropping down in the beaches, didn't you? So it's coming up to the part of the show to say the end of our vanishing point. But don't forget to subscribe to our video editor because he's got his hair cut. So next time, my brother buys this new one, you know, the Hellfire or Demon or whatever it is, like a bag of rubbish. I mean, look at it. So these are always great features to get you all piped up to see my boring brother do his. Because you just missed out on the best one, but that insurance investigator ruined mine.
Bye, have a great time.
Bye, Melissa. That's waiting for me. Goodbye. It is super duper.
I wondering Walter Chrysler thought how big his company will ever get. I mean, there was some setbacks when he created a aerodynamic vehicle and the public didn't take a shine to it. Yeah, the company might have gone bust. I mean, sadly he died in 1940, but the company did suffer and it needed a bailout from the country, and they had a big boom by creating the minivan. But this is what we think of Chrysler.
Well, I don't care, right, so our gimp's been challenged by some little geezer, alright? So he's gonna take on my demon. What's a demon in bed, I'm gonna say again.
Not appropriate.
Oh, it's appropriate for me, alright? This motor is gonna eat everything alive on this test trucks.
Yeah, because you got the gimp driving
Oi.
Dodge Challenger, we think of the Hellcat Red Eye or the Demon. But we're GTA players, we have to play with the Hellfire. But we really think of that limited edition, the Demon. What came out in 2017, that ran November, but stopped production in May the 30th, 2018. So, for a limited drag car.
What you are, where were you ruining Vanishing Point? Look, brother, this is my video.
How can I be ruining Vanishing Point when they're the only one coming out with the facts and actually carrying on with the show that's meant to be actually running?
So the insurance investigator, you can gather, ruined it because she don't even bleeding understand the movie.
Alright, bruv, calm down, right? I should be doing this bit because it's me what's presenting the show. And to me to mention about the Vanishing Point special is things have moved on a bit now. It's getting well recognised, this movie, for a very old movie. There's plenty of old merchandise being sold and all this lot, but this movie actually inspires young filmmakers. Once upon a time, if you wanted to be a young filmmaker, you wanted to make a low budget horror movie. But now they might be thinking of doing car chase movies, but they do it with CGI or images of gaming footage and all that lot.
It's not the same, is it, bruv?
Well, it's not, is it? But yeah, they can't catch the magic of the spirit of the car chase movie from the 1970s Vanishing Point. I mean, you could think about now about using a modern Dodge Challenger, maybe a Demon or a Hellcat Red Eye, but would Hollywood actually ruin a classic movie by doing it now in the modern times?
I mean, Quentin Tarantino did them Death Proof, didn't he?
Yeah, but he used the magic of them classic cars and introducing a stuntman Mike character killing young ladies, and he gets his just research by taking on some female stunt drivers. I mean, I think he got inspired by the TV movie version because it's got that black Charger in. We all think of Black Charger with Vin Diesel and Blade driving them, and all famous bad guys driving black Dodge Chargers, but famous one Bullet. Yeah, we're talking about the 1997 Vanishing Point TV movie. I mean, that is a brilliant, actual good scene for a TV movie. They just inspired that magic of getting chased in the desert and all that lot. And but it's one of them films that not many people really want to really bother about and all that lot.
But it's sort of like modding in the 90s, isn't it? You know, he's got night vision goggles and stuff. But he uses the spy of the actual original old classic 1970s Charger, doesn't it?
I mean, these cars still exist. Did you know in the original movie, Chrysler was not happy about it and they demanded all the cars to be crushed? But in the TV movie, these cars actually still exist because some nice bloke actually went out and bought them and put them in his museum.
Please break the law.
We don't break the law, it's not law.
Said it.
No, I didn't. I said we use...
Gene Hackman played a very famous character called Popeye.
Yeah, and it wasn't Popeye the Sailor Man in the cartoon.
Yeah, that's right, he played a police officer in that famous film, The French Connection. We all know it as a car chase movie, but there's only one chase in it. But the real way it got famous for, because it was like guerrilla warfare filming, and a member of public actually had a real accident with the camera cars and stuff and that, and
We picture Gene Hackman doing funny faces, don't we?
yeah, but the point is, Gene Hackman had the role to play Kowalski in the film Vanishing, but they gave it to Paul Newman instead. But the weird coincidence about the French Connection and Vanishing Point is that, could you picture Gene Hackman doing that famous like when he crashes into the bulldozers in with the Vanishing Point? I mean, Paul Newman did a really good weird acting, didn't he, in that?
Well, that's right. But so, moving on with the British, that we had, Charlotte Lambrock in it.
Right, calm down, bruv. We got E-Type Jags in the movie as well. We all know what Jaguar drivers are like. That's the director, because obviously he must know he's met a few. Quentin Tarantino's not done that, put a Jaguar in. But we're talking about double features. And why we're going to talk about double features? Because Groundhouse movie theatres used to get like put movies on, and they always like encourage you to see like, but you buy one movie to watch and you get another one free, and it encouraged you to see all sorts of movies like sequels. But French Connection was very popular because they always thought, let's incorporate a car chase movie in it, and it used to be Vanishing Point. Quentin Tarantino brought out the Groundhouse movie experience with Terror Planet and obviously with Death Proof. So we're going to move on with the movie, the story. Kowalski is a delivery driver, right? And he actually drives these antique cars across the country and deliver them from Denver to San Francisco.
At least you didn't say Frisco.
Yeah, because a lot of people will be upset if you say that, alright. So, he delivers these cars.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to do it in a trailer and all that?
Yeah, but this movie's pointing out that don't get your car delivered because they make deals with the drug dealers by having bets with them. And that will encourage the police to pursue you and try to pull you over. Like these motorcycle coppers tried to, with our character Kowalski. They try to wake him up, but obviously this is before the film Smokey and the Bandit came out, and he does this famous little leap over a bit of a rough bit of ground, and the motorcycle copper, obviously we all know, he crashes. But we've seen that image of Kowalski backflash, and this character's interesting. Super Soul. He has this super powers because he's blind, and he can see like feelings and stuff.
Yeah, it's right. I can't understand it, how to explain it. But he knows his radio listeners, and he sort of like says, telepathic power that he can connect with Kowalski, and he knows how he feels and how his mood swings are. When Kowalski's having mood swings, thinking about, back in his time when he was a police officer, and he thinks of his partner like raping young ladies in the back of the patrol car, and then he gets upset thinking about his ex-girlfriend because she was a surfer girl, but there was a point about her on a newspaper clipping that she didn't know how to swim, and in the newspaper they blamed him for her tragic death. So that means he's suffering with depression and all that lot, and driving a car in high speed and all that lot, and he's made a gamble with the drug dealer, and he's in this mission to get there, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately he meets a Jaguar driver, and you know what E-type Jaguar drivers are like, don't we, bruv?
Yeah, they come along and start ramming it off the road, don't they? And wanting bleeding races, and Kowalski just ignores him.
Yeah, but thing is, this Jaguar driver, as you know, they don't maintain their vehicles or look after them really properly, do they? And then this Jag has a blowout, and he sort of drives off the road, and obviously typical Jag drivers, they drive off a cliff and the car will just land, and the typical Jag driver, they'll just walk out without a scratch and all that lot.
Yeah, that's right, that's more people might buy Jags for.
Well, the movie carries on where the police think, right, it's in a desert, there's only one road in it, right? So let's all block this road off. We'll have every single police car in this desert police force.
Yeah, and they get a bit bored and hot and sticky and warm and all that lot, and they get annoyed down and wait for Kowalski to sort of come down to their roadblock.
Yeah, but he doesn't, does he?
Yeah, because I think Kowalski in reality that he'd be going to restaurants and all that lot. I mean, the police got all the information with his registration, they know his boss, where he's going and all that lot, and they still wait for him to come to meet their roadblock, don't he? And like we said, he'd be going for toilet breaks and all that lot, wouldn't he? We know his fella drugs what keep him awake, but he won't be sat in the car forever, would he? He needs to stretch his legs and weed and something. Anyhow, we know in the movie the cut scenes there, because in the American audience they had a really very chopped up version of it, and the British had little extra bits which shown in it as well.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? So it does make the movie confusing. Anyhow, Kowalski meets this lovely gay couple.
Yeah, and it proves to show that gay marriage must have been around in the 70s.
I don't think it was then, no. I think they were car jockeys, and that's how come they got that car.
No, I mean, this is what I don't get, right? Kowalski, right, goes driving in the desert, avoids the police by driving in the desert. And this proves a point in the movie that he must be suicidal, because he's got no water on him, but he's got the addiction of driving and driving non-stop. You know how it is. And but he gets a puncture, and he tries to fiddle the jack, and all of a sudden we hear this hissing and rattling. It's a rattlesnake, and this prospector bloke saves his life, and this prospector bloke says, I'm collecting these snakes for a religious group, and they give me coffee and beans. And Kowalski's like thinking, I wonder if they'll give me gasoline. But the guy what's in the head of the religious group says, I'm not bothered about snakes no more, I've got music. So he throws the snakes away, upsetting the old geezer. Anyhow, Kowalski gets his fuel, and he goes down the road, and he meets that like a bloke on a chopper bike, doesn't he? And this is why most young men might remember.
What, him giving him drugs and all that lot?
No, the naked chick on the bike.
Oh, bleeding knew you'll like this bit, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, it's one of the first naked ladies I see in the movie, isn't it? Well, yeah. Right, so this lady's a bit odd, right? Because she offers to, the hanky-panky with him and all that lot.
And he just wants a cigarette, don't he?
Yeah, and then he must be a rock star, because she's got this, like, homage of pictures about him, his life story in there.
then this is the bit where we're like, how would this really work?
Yeah, I think even Kowalski's confused how this works. They actually put the motorcycle on top of the roof of the car and they go speeding ahead in front of the roadblock, and the police all panic and get scared because there's a car with a motorcycle on the roof. And Kowalski, when they get through the roadblock, he's like a bit amazed. What's happened there? How did we get away with that? I mean, that's just odd. Alright.
Yeah, alright. This is the bit where the British see get extra bit.
Yeah, because we get Charlotte Lambrak in it, and I think she's a bit of a bad influence of death or something, because she encourages our character Kowalski to smoke some naughty green weed stuff and all that lot.
Yeah, and that what knocks our DJ Super Soul's superpowers, and he knows there's something wrong with Kowalski, and he just cuts the radio off because he can't.
Maybe because he's gotten high and all that lot, and he's affected by it with the radio waves and that.
Anyhow, the police have fought ahead thinking, this time we're not going to get foiled, we've put bulldozers in the way.
So any car with a motorcycle on the roof will not stop it. And Kowalski laughs, as we all know, because he knows something, don't he?
Yeah, we all know it, being a car buff, that if you put bulldozers in the middle of the road, it knows it attracts certain cars, doesn't it?
Yeah, 1967 Camaros, exactly. It's like you put bulldozers in the middle of the road, it's like a moth going to attracted to light, isn't it? And that's what Kowalski's laughing about, because that's the end of the movie, isn't it? We know there ain't a Dodge Challenger what goes crashing in them bulldozers. It is a 1967 Challenger. Any car journalist will tell you that.
Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson loves that movie, but you know his mate doesn't like Vanishing Point. James May says it's just some bloke driving around in the desert and all that lot.
Well, what we would know is called Captain Slow. We know this film influenced people's different ways of thoughts and ideas, and they try to analyse this movie, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. So it's one of them movies to see it to believe it, and you make your own version or choice what you think this movie represents.